Joe Biden doesn't have a clue. Now we're going to watch. Is anybody going to watch the debate? He's going to be so pumped up. He's going to be pumped up. You know all that stuff that was missing about a month ago from the White House? What happened? Somebody didn't pick up hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of cocaine. I wonder who that could have been. I don't know. Actually, I think it was Joe.
He just becomes more and more of a meme. Trump is setting the bar very, very low for his upcoming performance in the debate next week. Trump was alluding to a mini scandal in which a baggie of cocaine was found at the White House last year. You guys might remember that. That is his strategy in case Biden actually does well in the debate against Trump. They're clearly still fuming over Biden's State of the Union, where he had more energy and got a lot of positive press. It didn't reflect well on Trump and his base at all. Hannity is also worried about Trump's performance by pushing this notion that Biden will be drugged.
The former president, took on the challenge. I don't think he'll regret it. However, the Joe Biden that we're talking about tonight, I don't think will be the Joe Biden we're going to see on debate night. I think the Joe Biden we see on debate night is going to be the guy that we saw at the State of the Union. He's going to be all hyped up, hyper caffeinated, whatever it is. It's interesting that 70% of the country does like the idea of drug testing. I like the idea.
Yeah, so Trump is also planting seeds that the debate will be rigged and worried that maybe he's setting the bar a little bit too low for Biden. Says the expectations game is a particular challenge for the Trump campaign. Mr. Trump, 78, has spent months casting the 81-year-old Mr. Biden as a husk of a man who can barely walk or formulate complete sentences. But Mr. Trump was also preparing for his caricature of Mr. Biden to be punctured next week. He openly wrestled with the obvious question, what if Mr. Biden clears the very low bar that Mr. Trump has now set for him? This is what Trump does, though. It's his favorite thing. He tells his supporters that if something does not go in his favor, it's because it's rigged. But if he likes the results, those results are real. Nothing's wrong with the whole process. Everything is good in those cases. He gives them their go-to rebuttal for when people criticize Trump for losing in advance. That way he can maintain his grip on the aforementioned MAGA cult. They can continue to think that they're special and that they're one step ahead of the rest of the country.
The video will continue in just a moment, but first I have a message for you. TYT needs your help. Membership is vital to survival, so please go to tyt.com/team and become a member today.
Farron, why is he doing this now? He's been talking about Biden's declining mental health for years, but now I guess Biden's on drugs, according to Trump and Hannity and the like. There has to be some acknowledgement in this recent rhetoric that the past rhetoric was, no pun intended, a little trumped up. What do you think?
Absolutely. And yeah, Sean Hannity made those comments on Monday night. Trump goes out there and he says them on Tuesday. So the big question I have is, did Trump get that idea from Hannity, or is there any kind of, collusion between Fox News and Donald Trump to all be on the same page with their talking points? Because Fox News has been rehashing in recent weeks and, month and a half really, the whole Biden was on drugs for the State of the Union talking point before they even mentioned it with the debate. So they have been planting those seeds for several weeks now, and now they're finally tying it back into what we could see at next week's debate. But I also want to touch on something that Trump said during that rally there, because he mentioned, that stuff in the White House went missing. Like he referred to the, cocaine that it's now missing as if it's something that's supposed to be there, but now is gone. So I don't know. That was a very weird thing to say, like all the cocaine is missing. Like what, how do you even know that to begin with? But also it's not supposed to be there, so it's not missing. It was a tiny baggie 11 months ago that was removed. So again, this man is just off his rocker at this point. The slurring, the brain melt that he is suffering from was on full display at that rally. It's been on full display, Detroit last week, all of the weird things about Donald Trump are getting weirder and worse. So he needs his base to think that Biden is pumped up, as he says. He needs them to think it's rigged against him because his mental state has gotten so much worse. I mean, it's almost getting worse by the week. So when he falls flat on his face next week, it's not because his brain has turned to mush. It's not because he's bad at this. It's because clearly everything is rigged for Biden and Biden's hopped up on all the drugs on the planet.
Yeah, maybe. And there's a little bit of like the pot calling the kettle black in this case also. I'm not making any accusations. I'm just saying that's a possibility. Also, yeah, even those couple of clips that we watched of him, it was just like a caricature of Trump that he was doing of himself. Like it was weird. It was weird to listen to.
When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?